Hi, my name is Mitch Bassett. I'm a luxury real estate agent working on the west side of Los Angeles, and I recently had the opportunity to redo my own home. And I got to take all of the great tips and experiences I've had in working and selling beautiful homes and bringing them into my own home. And one of the big concerns I had was, how do I get a countertop that is clean and easy to use, especially in a small space like this? We're in our guest house right now, and I did not want to sacrifice cooktop area for countertop space because it was such a premium. I saw a video of Invisacook and I thought, this is really interesting. Why are we doing things with big gas stoves that have to be installed on countertops when there are alternatives? So for me, this was something I saved and I thought I was going to come back to. When we got into the research of designing the home, I pulled up this saved video. I said, let me check this out in more detail. I was surprised to see that it was readily available in my area and could be easily ordered online. That was nice because I didn't have to go to a showroom, I didn't have to talk to anybody. And when you're doing an ADU, it's required that you put a cooktop in. So it wasn't that I needed a cooktop in here, it was that it was required to by permit. That gave me the concern of how do I put it in without giving up a lot of counter space. And this was the perfect solution because I didn't have to give up any of my counter space. And surprisingly, I now love cooking with this because it's so much better than my gas cooktop, the more expensive one in my primary kitchen. This is so easy to use that I sometimes am coming out here to quickly boil water or fry up an egg because it's like half the time. There's two things that are super cool about an invisible cooktop. The obvious one is I get the counter space that I need and I can use it in a versatile manner. So it's not just a cooktop, it's also my counter space. And therefore it's dual purpose that is valuable to a home. The unanticipated benefit is when I get to show it to people, they are amazed. They think it's AI, they think it's fake. And when I'm like, no, you can do this. This is super easy. It plugs into a regular outlet. And here we are cooking at half the speed that we would if we were on gas. So it's got that magic component that I think is also fun that I didn't expect. Natural stone is obviously super popular right now. For two reasons, I really love the porcelain. First of all, it's durable, right? It's built like a giant piece of tile. We wanted to tie our indoor kitchen to our outdoor countertop, and that was not going to work in natural stone. We are getting the look and feel of stone. We're getting the durability of a porcelain tile and a porcelain countertop, but we're getting the aesthetic of stone because they're doing such a great job now of making the porcelain stone look like real stone. So the day finally came when we needed to do the installation, opened the box, took out all the materials. There were clean instructions. There was a template that we were able to use to attach to the sub countertop to identify where we were gonna make the size of our hole, how to cut it, positioning it correctly underneath the countertop. My contractor had never seen this product before, and he did not need to bring in a tradesman. He was able to use one of his handy guys to do the cutout and the installation. We did not have an electrician on board. We did not have a tile person on board. We were able to do this with just some basic tools and access to the electrical. We were able to figure that all out within like 20 or 30 minutes, and then with an hour later, we had the whole cut, we had dropped it in, we tested it out, and everything was working easy. We were worried that we were going to need a hood vent, and we actually do not have a hood vent in this because it is not specifically required by permit based on the way that we had set it up. That is another huge benefit because we were worried to put some ugly hood vent in that we were gonna have to take out after permitting. For me, I thought the best test was gonna be frying an egg. We slapped one of our induction-friendly fry pans on there, heated it up. I was shocked at how fast it got hot because when I dropped the butter on, it was almost like burning. So I realized this thing is super powerful. Then I cracked an egg, dropped it on there, and it was done instantaneously. And you get that great like crispy edge on the bottom, a perfectly cooked egg, and I was sold. I was like, this is the best investment. I did have a little hiccup where I was like holding my finger on it to like turn it on. I realized you just have to tap it. So honestly, I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. I didn't realize afterwards, like this is brilliant from a safety perspective. So there's never anything running unless the pan is in place. That is a safety mechanism that I'm really glad is there. Because we're working with porcelain, one of the best surfaces to work with. It's non-porous, it's like tile, way easier to clean than say my gas stovetop that has all these different removable parts and all these little nooks and crannies. And let me tell you, with two teenage kids that love to cook in the house, there's a lot of cleaning that's going on the gas cooktop that is not occurring out here. Guests that are staying here that want to do their own cooking, they're asking where the microwave is because they think that's the cooking device that we would have in here. And we have to show them that no, there's a cooktop right here and the way you turn it on is right here inside this drawer. So they're like, what? They've never seen anything like that. They're like, come on, how does it work? And I quickly show them, turn it on, turn the heat up, put the pan on, it turns on, it's easy. So one of the trends that we're seeing in luxury real estate, and I think in real estate in general, is that we're all becoming more health focused. As you look at your health and you look at what you're putting into your bodies, we're forgetting about the environment that we live in, and the home is where that starts. And so people talk about electric cooktops. They don't work great because they're super slow. This works as good or better than your gas cooktop, and you don't have to worry about any of the off-gassing that's occurring because it's not bringing any pollutants into your home. Luxury is going greener. This is a way to get that accomplished. We're seeing a trend in luxury real estate in many states, including California, where gas is no longer being allowed to be brought into cooktops in areas. So this is going to be something that we're going to see more and more of in the future, and it's something that you need to be considerate of. Not only is this something that people are thinking about today, but it's going to be the requirement of the future. It may come off like I'm selling you something, but the genuine truth is I truly love this product. I think it's a great investment. I think it's something that we've been super proud to have in our home, and I'm just super glad that I did it. So I'm only sharing that with you guys because that's what I do as a luxury real estate agent.